guys? This is the tournament we hosted, well I hosted from Friday to Sunday, round 3, Xarox Purple Nod versus FiveStar's OK, also known as Montaigne, as the orange GDI. Montaigne has spawn on the top and Xarox on the bottom. A little bit about these players. Xarox had to play Clean Water in the first round of the tournament, and it was actually a very close game. Xarox just went through 2-1 on maps. The first map Xarox won very comfortably, and the second map Clean Water beat him on a Rift, quite a decent game. And the third map Arena, it was very close. Xarox came very close to knocking himself out, kind of sold his MCV when things weren't going his way and just scraped through the game. It was really close. So yeah, and FiveStar's OK played Hero Decimation in the second round, and ended up knocking him out, and Hero Decimation was one of the favourites to win this tournament, so both players are players to watch out for. Xarox definitely the favourite here. He'll be wary of Montaigne, knowing that he knocked out Decimation in the previous rounds, so looks like both players just taking a spike each here in the game. I like it when that happens, when both players get one spike each. The matchup tends to work up fairly well, but a lot of the times both players will go for both spikes, and one player will end up losing both engineers and the other player will end up capturing both spikes, and it's pretty much game over from that point. So this map's a really good map, but it can kind of be ruined by the tib spikes sometimes in the early game. But we're not going to see anything like that this game. Both players get one tib spike, no one gets greedy going for two, so just seeing the early game scouts, pitbulls and buggies. The buggies scouting, no raider buggies. Xarox happy with that, going back to his base with the raider buggy. Looks like more of an eco build from Montaigne. Montaigne bringing in the pitbull, noticing that he has got too many harvesters to have gone bikes. He's got too many out to have built any attack bikes, so he'll be fine with that. Both players will just continue building harvesters. Obviously, when you know, GDI really need the economical advantage on Nod. They really do, because Nod are the stronger faction, but it looks like Xarox are 3 harvesters, 3 refineries, so that's no, 6 harvesters, 3 refineries, sorry. So that's a very heavy eco boom for this map. That's more like a tournament decision eco he's got here. But on that small tib field, I really don't think it's necessary to have 6 harvesters, but obviously he can move them over when he builds refineries, and it'll save him running out of money later in the game. So he's going to be going for a Scorpion spam here. He's base crawled over to the second tib field, and he's getting the Dozer Blade upgrade from his operations center there. And he's got the second War Factory. While he's waiting for the Dozer Blades to kick in, he's going to take out Montaigne's tib spike. Looks like Montaigne's moving down to take out Xarox's tib spike. I'm not sure I agree with this from both players, because the tib spikes are on... The tib spike Xarox is destroying right now is actually on his side of the map. He could easily just build a barracks and go and capture that and have that for the entire game. And same with Montaigne. So I'm not sure if I agree with this. Maybe if the tib spikes were swapped and Xarox had this tib spike and went to destroy the other one, that would make more sense. But both players don't seem like they want to deal with the hassle and just you know, just take it out, not deal with it. This tib spike's definitely going to go down from Xarox. He's not going to be able to save it, even though he's trying to. He's going to start repairing that, I'm sure. Yeah, there he is, starting repairing it. He's thinking he can save it, but there's no way he's going to save that. He should back off here, because Montaigne's Predators are actually going to chew up these Scorpion tanks here, so... Looks like he's not backing off, he's feeling confident, but he's definitely going to lose all these Scorpion tanks. He's definitely going to lose all these Scorpion tanks. He really should back these off. It's just this is a big mistake by Xarox here. He's losing them all, and killing maybe 1 or 2 Predators for like 5 or 6 Scorpions is not worth the trade. It's a 3 War Factory spam from Xarox. He's kept his operations center, so he's most likely going to go for tech. And we're seeing a 3 War Factory from Montaigne, and he's moving his MCV down to the 3rd Tiberium's field, which is really good for him. He's playing this map really well in a minute. He's definitely in the most favorable position at this minute. He sees all the Scorpions. I don't know if he's going to go for Orcas or not, but Montaigne usually, from what I've saw of him playing so far, he does tend to just go for the Predators and maybe Orcas later in the game, but he doesn't favor the Orcas as much as most GDI players. Xarox seen Montaigne lining up here, and we saw Xarox putting down the airfield earlier, so He's definitely going to be going for the minefield. Montaigne's going to have to be careful pushing in here, because a well-placed minefield in the game could actually just be over. Xarox pushing forward here. The Predators aren't moving very much. He's been very vulnerable to the minefield here. GDA players always need to be worried about that playing Nod. The Predator tanks look like they're a much smaller force than these Scorpion tanks, because they're so close together in that line formation. He does definitely have more Scorpions than the Predators, but the Predators are of course more strong than the Scorpion tanks. When there's the minefield, and he does get one insta kill on the Predator tanks and injures 3 others, and he's pushing in with the Scorpions now, but Montaigne does need to reverse move here. If he reverse moves, he'll be fine, because the back Scorpions from Vampire or Xarox will not actually be shooting, whereas all the Predators will be shooting, so he'll be sniping off the Scorpions, and this is actually what's happening right now. You see one Scorpion, Predator actually getting caught up in the Scorpions there. Montaigne's building refineries on the second field here already, so he's not going to be going for Orcas. He's already expanded, and he'll be wanting more refineries in that third field. So, and he won't be panicking, because he's actually winning this tank fight right now. He should push forward into these Scorpions, so when they retreat, he can get extra shots on them, because they're definitely going to have to retreat. Yeah, there's him retreating. Montaigne should have definitely pushed forward on that. He could have cleaned that force up and pushed right into Xarox's base, but no rocket squad switch from Xarox or attack center yet, so I don't know how he's going to deal with his force. He's already used his minefield. Yeah, there's the tech center there, I'm seeing it, yeah. He'd definitely be going for laser capacitors with his Scorpion spam, and Montaigne's actually running over the minefield there, forgetting where it was. Not the smartest of play. And Xarox building an obelisk. He's going to put the obelisk down and push forward with the Scorpions, and Montaigne's going to be forced to back off, or he's going to lose a lot of his Predators here. Yeah, he's... Once again, Xarox is chasing him, and it's not a good thing to be doing. And he's actually doing alright. He's cleaning up this force not too bad, but the Predators are definitely too strong for the Scorpions in this situation. He should back off into range of another obelisk. Right here, he should back off and let Montaigne push in, and then put down another obelisk, and then go for an expansion when Montaigne backs off to regroup with his tanks. This is the opening for him to expand. I don't know if he's going to see it or not. He does back off. Maybe he's waiting for lasers, or he saw the opportunity. Montaigne doesn't actually take the bait and he backs off. He should move some of these harvesters up from the top field down to his third field. I don't really know what he's doing. He's losing out on a lot of money with that. He could be putting much more pressure on Xarox right now. Xarox still hasn't expanded, and his tip fields run dry. Laser capacitors are about to hit in. That's what he's waiting for. And there's the lasers, and he's pushing forward with the Predators. He's definitely got enough Scorpions to push this back, but you can see the Predator reinforcements coming in through the middle, so I think Xarox, he's going to do alright, because he's got more Scorpions than Predators that are actually shooting, but he's definitely going to have to back off, because there are too many Preds for him to deal with, and yeah, he does have to back off. Yeah, he's going to have to expand. He's missed a couple of good opportunities to expand. He could have moved that MCV a little bit further up and put obelisks closer to the third tip field, so that the path was a bit safer, but maybe he was feeling like he was under a bit more pressure than he actually is. He actually just sold off his tech center. That's very risky. I was thinking he was needing the obelisks, to be honest. He has got a lot of Scorpions. He's got enough Scorpions to push away this Predator force right now, so this is his last chance to expand. He's definitely not gonna be able to expand after this if he fails this push. It looks like he is going to be successful, as quite lucky, to be honest. Montaigne switching to Orcas here. I wonder if he'll go for 4 or he'll go all the way up to 8 in hard points. He could just not build. He could build 8 Orcas and not send them in before they're built. Like build 2 and then send them in, which is what a lot of players do to try and sway the tank spam fight. But if he just waits until he has 8 and then sends them in, he can do a lot of damage to the Scorpions before he actually gets a counter for them. So Having the laser capacitors, though, he could just throw up an airfield and build Venoms, which is most likely what he'll do. So, but if Montaigne can keep Xarox off this top tip field, then he won't be able to build any Venoms or any more Scorpions because he has absolutely no money. But with all these Predators up the top, I'm surprised Xarox doesn't just back off into this tip field. I mean, he doesn't know that Montaigne has the Orcas, so I'm surprised he hasn't backed off into this bottom tip field. And then the Predators would be forced to come back to his base, and then it would leave this this top expansion freedom to expand up here. But obviously it's a lot easier when you're watching the game than when you're actually playing it, so... it looks like he is actually going to do this. The Orcas are moving through the middle. I mean, Vampire sees it because he had a Black Hand Squad under the Orcas there, so... I don't know what he's going to be going for with these Orcas, because he's not, the only thing up there is an MCV, and you can't kill an MCV with 7 Orcas, and if he's repairing it, you can't even kill it with 8. And he uses all the scans of those Orcas for those Harvesters, so he's actually not going to kill any Harvesters, and he pushes into Montaigne's bottom tip field here. He's going to kill 4 or 5 Harvesters, and Montaigne's not even moving his Predators down yet. Very slow reactions by Montaigne. This is going to be a deciding point in the game, I feel. I don't think it's going to be a game decider because he's got more Harvesters than he actually needs. Oh my god, the worst misclick of Orcas I've ever seen. That was horrible to watch, Montaigne. And the Predators coming down, actually shooting the Black Hand Squad. Montaigne falling apart right now. Playing so well before, and now the Orcas flying over with absolutely no ammo in them. He's going to have to send them back. So Vampire just comes in, kills all the Harvesters, and just leaves with nothing happening to him, losing no Scorpions or anything. So that's going to give him enough time to put down enough refineries on that top tip field and maybe a couple anti-air turrets that he needs. So that's just brought him back into the game, that move there. His base is looking pretty thin. He's sold off most of his base, definitely struggling for money. He's got 2 refineries up on that top tip field now though, so his money will start rolling in. And he's got a lot more Tiberium than Montaigne, so in the long game, Xarox should, in theory, definitely win it. It's just whether he can get to that long game. Montaigne just about to get a huge cash injection with all these Harvesters, already about half full already. And when they dock, there's going to be a lot of Predators coming out of those 3 war factories for him. Xarox still continuing with the Scorpions, no Redeemer Switch or Rocketman. The Orcas coming in here and suiciding themselves, losing 4 Orcas for 3 Harvesters. That's probably cost effective, considering Xarox has absolutely no fucking money right now. His economy was just about to start kicking in and he loses 3 Harvesters, so... And this is the perfect time for Montaigne to push Xarox. He's pushing into the bottom side of his tip field. The 8 Orcas come in, kill as many of the Scorpions as he can, and then the Preds push through, and Montaigne actually just walking over the minefield there, not very smart by him. So Xarox will actually know he's coming from this area, because obviously he has vision from the minefield, so yeah, he sees it and he's coming down, but he has no anti-air for these Orcas when they come in, so he's going to lose a lot of Scorpions to them. And then he's going to end up getting out-tanked by the Predators, so maybe he has an idea, which I'm not seeing right now, but... he's got the airfield back out. I saw that at the corner of the screen there. He's going to go for the minefield on these Predators, but he's still going to lose a lot of Scorpions to these Orcas. This minefield's going to have to be perfect, or this is going to be game right here. Montaigne's backing off, just waiting for his Orcas to reload, I assume. There they are, coming in. Now he's pushing forward with the Predators, and he's actually overshooting the Scorpions so hard with those Orcas. He only kills 3 Scorpions with 8 Orcas. He's 4 Scorpions. 4 Scorpions with 8 Orcas. That's not very good by Montaigne there. He could have done much more damage, but I don't think it's going to matter unless this minefield is perfect. This is going to be the game-winning push right here. And this will take it to 1-1 on map count with Montaigne and Xarox in a first to 3. So Montaigne might be able to take out Hero Decimation and Xarox, 2 of the favorites, one after another here. So Xarox still hasn't used the minefield. Maybe it's not charged yet, I'm not sure. He's building Venoms for the Orcas, but I don't think that's his problem right now. He's got enough anti-air turrets to deal with them anyway. The main problem is these Predator tanks. He's actually low power right now. Those Orcas can go in and do some damage right now. What he should do is he should just drop 3 or 4 barracks and a couple anti-air turrets and sell off all his war factories, and he could hold this Predator force, I would assume, if with some decent micro, and then a minefield on top of his rocket men so he can't get run over, and this Pred force would be forced to retreat, and then he would get the economical advantage with all the Tiberium he's got left on the map. Because if you look at the minimap, there's no Tiberium left on Montaigne's side, so he's just trying to pick off 1 or 2 structures. I think he knows the minefield's coming, he's kind of backing off forward and back, so he's waiting for it, because he knows he can take that Scorpion Force. That Scorpion Force has nothing on that Pred Force. The Pred Force will just walk over that. Even with the laser capacitors. There's the minefield, and oh, he's failed it so hard. And there's the orbital strike and a shockwave artillery. I have no idea where he's got the money for that. He must have just put everything on hold for the last 2 minutes. And he's going to push through, and he's going to kill all these Scorpions, and that is going to be game over. There's no way Xarox is going to recover from this. I expect he'll GG in any second here. I really don't expect him to play on after this. Yep, and there's the game over, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.